This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. A Stockton Springs woman convicted of murdering her daughter appeared in Waldo County Superior Court on Thursday to challenge that conviction.
Our Matthew Juronsik has the details.
Sharon Carrillo stood in court as part of an evidentiary hearing after being sentenced to 48 years in prison. Carrillo was found guilty after depraved indifference murder for her part in the death of her 10-year-old daughter, Marissa Kennedy. The state medical examiner's office found that Kennedy suffered from battered child syndrome after suffering 40 blunt force trauma injuries to her 76-pound body. Her former husband, Julio Carrillo, was sentenced to 55 years after pleading guilty to the same charge. They were tried separately. In court Thursday, Carrillo and her attorneys Chris McLean and Lauren Shaw testified in front of Justice Robert Murray. They presented photographs of alleged bruises and a bite mark on Sharon Carrillo. According to testimony, the photos were taken by Carrillo's attorneys after she was sent to Two Bridges Regional Jail. McLean testified that the injuries were brought to the attention of the legal team after Carrillo was arrested. They said they could have been caused by her former husband. He also claimed that Sharon Carrillo could not have been at fault for her actions at the time due to the alleged abuse. Paul Corey, Carrillo's lead defense attorney, and Leanne Zania, main assistant attorney general leading the case, declined to comment on the matter. In Belfast, Matthew Juronsik, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A Milo woman faces drug charges after being stopped by Bangor police. 45-year-old Jill Horncarey was arrested on Wednesday after police found drugs, money, and a firearm in her vehicle during a traffic stop. Bangor Police Sergeant Jason McCambley says officers stopped the vehicle in a parking lot on 4th Street and a police dog indicated the presence of illegal drugs. He says the subsequent search turned up 6 packages of suspected heroin and fentanyl, along with cash and a loaded gun. Horncarey is charged with aggravated trafficking, violating conditions of release, and possession of a firearm by a prohibited person.
Well, more legal representation for those who can't afford it will soon be available in 3 Maine counties. LD 653 was signed into law today, which renames the Maine Commission on Indigent Legal Services as the Maine Commission on Public Defense Services. It also creates 22 new positions, including 10 new public defender positions in Aroostook, Penobscot, and Piscataquis counties. Governor Mills said in a statement, quote, "The right to counsel is one that I deeply value and have personally delivered myself, having represented low-income clients many times during my own legal career. I thank the legislature for passing this bill, which is consistent with my budget proposal in such a timely manner." This was an emergency bill that, once signed, took effect immediately.
Anyone traveling on the interstate in Bangor should be prepared for some delays. According to Maine State Police, 34-year-old Edward Ross of Lawrence, Georgia was driving his tractor trailer on I-95 southbound when he lost control, causing it to roll over. They say Ross was not injured. The crash shut down exits 185, 186, and 187. The right southbound lane remains closed while crews offload the truck, upright it, and remove it from the scene. Police say the truck was carrying French fries. A Maine State Police spokesperson says driving too fast for road conditions appears to be a contributing factor in this crash.
A top official with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives held a private meeting with Democratic lawmakers on Wednesday, which Republicans say goes against Maine's public meeting law. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard has more.
Representative Jennifer Poirier is a top House Republican on the Judiciary Committee. She says Republicans are concerned that Maine's public meeting law wasn't followed.
Prior to, there was a scheduled information session on the agenda for the public to also attend with an ATF representative to talk about current enacted gun laws and such. Nothing to do with the bills that we're having today could be discussed, but it was an information session, and then the night before it was taken off the agenda.
Wednesday's information session was scheduled to be with James Vaughn, a deputy assistant director with the ATF. According to Senator Eric Brakey, who sits on the committee, Vaughn wasn't comfortable being in a public meeting.
We had an invitation to do a personal meeting with him after, I guess, the individual was not comfortable being recorded and doing a public meeting, which was weird. Our caucus, the Republican caucus, wasn't comfortable with that, doing that behind closed doors, so we opted not to. I think the Democrat caucus went forward and did that.
Maine's public meeting law prohibits 3 or more committee members from meeting privately. Poirier says that law serves the interest of the Maine public. State lawmakers have skirted the rule by holding partisan caucuses, which the Attorney General says is not a violation, but the practice has never been legally challenged. We reached out to the Democratic chairs of the Judiciary Committee, and while they were not available for an interview, party communications officers provided the following response, quote, "The original plan is for the briefing to be in a public forum. However, at the last minute, the ATF changed their position on the meeting being public. This resulted in Democrats on the judiciary holding a private caucus with the ATF representatives, as allowed based on Maine's open meetings laws. For example, Republican lawmakers on the Judiciary Committee previously met with the chair of the Lewiston Commission in a private party caucus on the subpoena bill. That being said, the Senate President's office has reached out to the federal government to ask the ATF representative be given clearance to offer the same information session to members of the public." At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Representatives from 24 hospitals across the state are urging legislators to increase Maine Care reimbursement rates for long-term care facilities. Since 2014, there have been approximately 50 nursing home and residential care facility closures or conversions to lower levels of care in Maine, including 3 in the last 3 months. Speakers shared how the closures of long-term care facilities are impacting hospitals in the state.
We have reached a crisis point. On any given day at Maine Medical Center now, there may be 60 or 70 patients that are stuck, medically ready for discharge, but unable to leave the hospital due to a lack of access to appropriate long-term care. These patients are stuck in one of the most restrictive environments possible, a hospital bed, and unable to get access to the services that they need to maintain their quality of life.
Hospital leaders say if reimbursement rates are not increased, more long-term care facilities will continue to close.
Well, Maine Attorney General Aaron Frey has joined the Justice Department and 15 other states in a consumer protection enforcement lawsuit against Apple. The complaint alleges Apple illegally maintains a monopoly over smartphones. It says the company undermines apps, products, and services that would otherwise make users less reliant on the iPhone and lower costs for consumers and developers. Through the lawsuit, the Justice Department and state attorneys general are seeking to restore competition. Attorney General Frey said, quote, "Apple knows that people rely on its products, and we believe it used that reliance to lock in consumers and limit their options. This type of behavior violates all the principles of a competitive marketplace and ultimately hurts consumers," end quote.
Well, pollen season is fast approaching, and according to the Maine CDC, changes in climate are causing the season to begin earlier and last longer. Experts say that could have major impacts on those with respiratory conditions. Our Grace Blanchard spoke with a local healthcare expert to find out more.
The dreaded sneezing and runny noses that often come from exposure to pollen are just around the corner.
Watery eyes, itchy eyes, that type of allergy symptom. Easy to manage, but it can get definitely more serious if it starts involving breathing or not being able to breathe as well.
According to the Maine CDC, changes in climate such as warmer temps, increasing precipitation, and CO2 levels are affecting the length and intensity of allergy season each year. Health professionals say the trend is posing major health risks for some.
Pollen and air pollutants do tend to cause more problems in individuals who experience allergies or have certain respiratory conditions like asthma and COPD.
Sibley says children with respiratory conditions are at a greater risk of symptoms being intensified.
Yeah, kiddos tend to play outside more maybe than adults and spend more outside time. They also breathe a little bit faster, and that's normal for them to breathe faster. But if you think about it, that's more opportunity to inhale these both air pollutants and the pollen that are triggering maybe some of this response.
He also says climate health is a growing field as health professionals search for solutions.
Had a few, atypical seasons of shorter, more mild winters. So we're paying attention to air quality for sure.
There are ways to help manage symptoms and take preventative steps against pollen effects. To learn more, visit foxbangor.com. In Bangor, Grace Blanchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
You know, and it really is no joke. I've had to restart my daily allergy medication earlier than I normally would, already feeling those effects. You know, every now and again you get that frog in your throat out of nowhere. You know, it's all about the outdoor allergies now.
Yeah, and it's a great time to maybe get taking that daily allergy medication to try to build that up a little bit in your body.
Maybe get reevaluated by your clinician to see if you need a little something stronger.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it certainly didn't feel like spring out there today, or look like it either.
Yeah, definitely not. Like, we knew it was coming, and I still woke up this morning and went, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast.
Thank you so much. And finally, things are starting to go calm. We're winding down. That low pressure system is moving out of our area. A few inches of snow fell. Just the beginning, though. Just wait till Saturday. We have a massive low pressure system moving in with a lot of moisture. Temperatures are going to be cold enough to support all of the snow. We're looking at a mess on the way by Sunday. Just get ready for that. Just west of town, Waterville, 4 miles of visibility. Up north, though, Millinocket, Greenville area, they're hovering at a low visibility right now, but things will continue to improve the next several hours. Then by tonight into tomorrow, we are in the clear. High temperatures, though, they were hovering slightly above freezing. The snow that fell, some of it was melting away, of course, but up north, Greenville, 31 degrees. So they were much colder throughout the day. All of the snow is sticking around there. Definitely more of a wet and thicker type of snow that fell. Hour by hour forecast does show teens in the area overnight and decreasing clouds.
Alrighty.
So that snow should be sticking around at least for the next day or so.
Well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, new protections could be coming for Maine's historic lighthouses in an effort to shield them from future storms.
And the Maine Science Festival has kicked off. We'll highlight some of the top attractions. Stay tuned.
The most important thing is family. AAA shares the same family values. For over 100 years, AAA has been providing legendary service and has helped what it values most, its members. Join our family, and you could save on your auto insurance policy with our competitive pricing. Just like family, we offer you our support when you need it, whether it's questions about your policy or with our most trusted roadside assistance service. Visit AAA.com/insurance and find out how much you could save.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Transform your surroundings with Paramount Paving, located in Bangor. They are your paving and seal coating experts. Whether it's residential maintenance to full commercial projects, Paramount Paving delivers quality that lasts. Book before June 1st and enjoy a $250 Visa gift card upon completion of your next paving project. Call us today at 602-8931 or visit us at ParamountPavingLLC.com. Paramount Paving, setting the standard for excellence. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Of course you're doing well. You're here on Wheel of Fortune.
Let's go win some money.
These contestants are going places. We're sending you to Aruba, Italy, Scandinavia. They're moving and shaking.
Let's go.
You could try to make it look a little harder. And getting it done. Can't you get one more? Yes. Yes. Here on Wheel.
The perfect place to be.
And this is it, right?
Right here.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
After suffering millions of dollars in damage from the coastal storms this past winter, the World Monument Fund is considering designating Maine's lighthouses as threatened heritage sites. The World Monument Watch Fund program helps communities preserve their historic sites, and this designation would provide additional resources and public awareness to help make the lighthouses more resilient. The nonprofit Maine Preservation, in conjunction with the American Lighthouse Foundation, submitted a proposal to the program as they say Maine's lighthouses are under a great threat of future damage.
When you have these storms and you have rising sea levels, all these ones that are offshore are facing higher seas that are out further off the mainland, higher wind velocities. So they're definitely taking the brunt of these big storms. So they are threatened.
All 66 lighthouses in the state have been nominated, according to Trapani. Although they have become major tourist attractions, they're still being used as navigational systems and are a big part of Maine's coastal identity. The World Monument Fund will formally announce its selections early next year.
The Maine Science Festival is in full swing and will be going steady through this Sunday. Organized by the Maine Discovery Museum and sponsored by local businesses, the Innovative Weekend showcases cutting-edge technology and research taking place all over the Pine Tree State. The festival features more than 70 programs, including explorations of the senses through augmented reality, a showcasing of a state-of-the-art mobile biolab, the fundamentals of cheese making, a presentation on AI literacy, and much more. Although all ages are welcome to enjoy, the Director of Community Engagement for the Maine Discovery Museum, Kim Stewart, says most of the events are tailored for the 13 and older crowd.
When you hear about famous scientists and cutting-edge research, a lot of people don't necessarily think of Maine, and yet we have so much of that stuff happening right here. We just don't brag about it. So we are helping give voice to all of those amazing folks and also inspire people that think that they might need to leave Maine to have these careers.
All of the events at the festival are free, and to find out more about scheduling and locations, you can visit mainsciencefestival.org.
And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, the Mega Millions jackpot nearing a whopping $1 billion and how many Mainers hoping that perhaps they hold the winning numbers.
And in sports, we'll hear the latest from Maine men's hockey as they prepare for their first Hockey East semifinal game in 12 years. Stay tuned.
Meadow is a very user-friendly golf course. We have some very good rates. We have discounts for military people. We have discounts for seniors, individual and group lessons for juniors.
The greens, especially this year, they're in excellent shape. It's not a course that won't allow you to hit the ball 10 or 12 times on any hole and still have fun.
There's some challenges out there, but there's also some risk rewards.
It's convenient. You can come in Union Street, you can come in Route 2. It's just in a great location.
It's just a fun place to play.
Hello, this is George Whelan with Down East Direct Cremation. Now, anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, from the comfort of your desktop or the convenience of your mobile device, you can summon transport and arrange a simple, affordable, respectful Down East Direct Cremation for your deceased loved one. Just by using the button exclusively at downeastdirectcremation.com. All you need is the location address of the person who has died, their vital statistics information, a valid credit card for payment, and that's it. No need to pick up the telephone, no need to answer a bunch of questions, no need to come into the store, and it's still just $9.75 complete. It's so easy, even I can do it. For more information, visit us at downeastdirectcremation.com or call us at 207-225-5332. Simple, affordable, respectful. The button, only at downeastdirectcremation.com.
As winter fades and the weather warms, you might not be ready to think about air conditioning, but Valley Home Services is ready because now is the perfect time to beat the heat. Fujitsu heat pumps from Valley Home Services are not only great sources for heat in the colder months, they're also fantastic air conditioners for the hotter months. And right now is the best time to install a Fujitsu heat pump so you can take advantage of the efficiency for what heating is left and get a jump on the cooling for the summer. Embrace the comfort with Fujitsu and Valley Home Services.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Friday night is the big night, the biggest game for Maine men's hockey in over a decade. The 7th-ranked Black Bears facing number 2 Boston University in the Hockey East semifinals at TD Garden. Maine's first trip to the Garden since 2012. It comes as the Black Bears are on a 4-game win streak after losing 5 of 6, including a 5-0 win over UNH in the quarterfinals. Their secret, no big game plan changes, just tying up some loose ends, plus just hitting the ice and having fun. This stretch is especially huge as they prep for one of the most skilled teams in the country.
Our details have gotten better. We haven't changed anything. We've just been cleaner with the things away from the puck, which, allows us to have the puck more and good things happen when you're not chasing the game the whole time.
Going out there, going, trusting the process, having fun. That's kind of how you get back to your game. I think that's how we got it all going again. Getting to Boston with that confidence, that swagger is going to be good for us.
BU has talent in spades. They boast 14 draft picks and a potential future #1 pick in freshman Macklin Celebrini. But this has been the story all year for Maine. They know they often cannot outskill their opponents, but they win with their physicality, their formations, etc. But more than that for this weekend, not letting the moment get too big and just play Black Bear hockey.
The most important thing we can try to do is just go and play. Usually there's not 5 guys with 5 cameras here right now, and so all this stuff is new. This time of year, the mental piece of it is, probably more important than anything else. Just being able to execute and function, even when the games might be perceived to be on a bigger stage, is really, really key.
Okay, let's go to the baseball field now. May not seem like it outside, but it's baseball season. Maine baseball season turning the page on non-conference play as they head to Bryant this weekend to open up the America East part of their schedule. Maine takes on Bryant in Rhode Island for a 3-game series this weekend, starting with a Friday doubleheader. The Black Bears only have 2 wins so far this year, sitting at 2-14, but have played some tough competition, as they always do in non-conference play, with a few injuries in the pitching rotation, mainly to starters Colin Fitzgerald and Caleb Lees. Everyone has had to step up, and they're just looking for more consistency out of the late inning relievers.
Really what it comes down to is our pitching staff has to be able to carry us a little bit more, especially in the late innings. 7 to 9 has been a big issue for us, and if we can get over that hump in the last inning or two, we're gonna have a lot more wins, and I think we'll be in much better shape going into conference play.
Maine opened up their conference season with the Bulldogs, one of the top teams in America East, according to Durba, and to open up right away with a game against a team they could see in the postseason is a great opportunity.
Being able to come in and go and play a good team right away, I think is really important. This is one of the teams to beat. I mean, this will be one of the teams towards the end of the year, which we have them actually at home in the second to last weekend of May of the season. This Bryant team will be one of the top contenders to be in first or second place.
All right, so that's all the time we have for sports. Here is your full 5-day forecast.
Thank you so much, and look at this counterclockwise rotation. Low pressure system is finally moving out of our area, finally, right? A few inches of snow did fall here in town, and now we are clearing up just ahead of an even bigger system moving in by Saturday. And get ready for this one. We're talking a lot more moisture, colder temperatures. We're going to be in for a big mess on the way for Saturday. For now, though, most of the system is finally starting to push away and out of our region. Still some clouds in the area, of course, cold temperatures and even some flurries into central and northern Maine. We're going to continue to clear up, though, overnight. We're in the clear tonight into tomorrow ahead of an even bigger system rolling in by Saturday, where some places will get over a foot of snow. So this system is going to bring in a lot of moisture. Those darker blue colors, that's going to continue to roll into our state by the late morning hours on Saturday. So Saturday throughout the day, that's going to be that sweet spot for all that moderate to even heavy snowfall rolling on in, possibly mixing with some rain and snow here in town throughout the day on Saturday. But north of town, north of Dover, Foxcroft, that's where we're looking at mainly a event. And wow, look at all of the snow. Might be the biggest system we've seen all winter season. A line of heavy snow. You see that? All of these orange colors just north of town mainly. That's indicating well over a foot of snow right by the coast. And then here in town in Bangor, we're going to be a little bit more limited on snowfall accumulation. Still several inches might be possible, but it looks like just north of town, Greenville, you are in luck. You're going to be all snow just below freezing. Even some teens to start out the morning. So we're looking at a very heavy snow system on the way north of Dover, Foxcroft. But here in town, though, we're still going to get in on several inches of snow. Even though temperatures will be a bit warmer, we're still looking at a big mess on the way for Saturday. It's very windy as well. 16-mile-per-hour winds in town. Bar Harbor's at 16. Machias is at 17. A few spots are in the mid-20s for winds. Sustained winds, of course, where wind gusts are even closer to 35 to 40 miles per hour. And we're going to continue to see these gusty winds overnight tonight, and then same story into the day on Friday. Throughout those afternoon hours, get ready. It's going to be a breezy day. Average high, 42 degrees. We're going to stay well below that right through the weekend, even into beginning of next week, and then closer to average temperatures by middle of next week. Now, we did see that push of warmer air. Once again, you see this right about here. South of that, we're talking well above average temperatures, and then north of that, the colder temperatures are back, and finally, wintry-like conditions have made a return. Our extended forecast outlook does show rain and snow in the area for Saturday, several inches of snow possible, then lingering snow showers by Sunday.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
The best value for your money is always at the Furniture Gallery. Strike gold on value and comfort with recliners starting at $298 and power recliners starting at $398. Feel like a lucky charm with deals on this reclining sofa for $598 or on this sofa chaise, also $598. Find unbeatable savings at the Furniture Gallery on top brands like Serta, Restonic, Parker House, Ashley, Flexsteel, and more. Markdown madness is happening now, so hurry in and save big. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and North Windham.
A family-owned and operated business since 1953, Hammond Lumber Company recognizes the value of their team members and the importance of employee satisfaction. Hammond is honored to have been named one of the best places to work in Maine for 3 years running. This year, Hammond was selected as one of the best companies to work for by Business New Hampshire magazine. Hammond is always looking for great people to join their team. To find your place on the Hammond team, click on the careers link at hammondlumber.com.
My father worked at the mill for over 30 years. He was exposed to a great community and excelled at his job, but he was also exposed to asbestos. The air quality inside the mill was always his biggest complaint. He had no idea how deadly some of the products and materials were. When he was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew to call Joe Bornstein's office to get my dad the help he needs and the justice he deserves.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Mega Millions jackpot has climbed to nearly $1 billion after Tuesday's drawing failed to bring about a big winner. Our David Ledford spoke with area residents who hope a Mainer will be lucky enough to claim the prize.
See if we can't get a big winner up this way.
$977 million. That's where the Mega Millions jackpot sits ahead of Friday night's drawing. 3 months have passed without a jackpot winner. And local business owners say the longer we go without one, the more customers come in to test their luck.
A lot more people actually end up playing when it kind of gets this high, which is nice to see. You know, a lot more people get excited, and which is good to see around here. You know, put some hope in the community.
Jackpot winners have the option of taking an annual payment or one lump sum, which for Friday night's drawing would clock in at an estimated $461 million. We asked area residents what they would do with that kind of money.
I think we'd buy a plot of land, probably for us and our friends and our family. We'd donate to Herman High School.
Buy some things for family, make sure they're all set.
Take care of my family, my kids and grandkids.
I would probably pay off my student loans, student debt, so my parents wouldn't have to.
According to the Mega Millions website, the odds of winning the jackpot are 1 in 302.6 million. But even with those odds, some are still hopeful they'll pick the right 6 numbers when they buy their ticket.
We'll just kind of keep playing to hope that one day we'll get the number called.
Mega Millions holds drawings twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays. For more information, visit megamillions.com. In Herman, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Alrighty, folks, well, that is going to do it for us. From everyone here at ABC 7 News, take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.